Morning once again from King City at the Maple Leaf Cricket Club here in the Prairie Lands, I guess you could say, of Ontario, about an hour north of downtown Toronto. Peter Delapena here, along with Cricket Clubs, providing a stream for this ICC America's Under-19 World Cup qualifier. USA, coming off the victory yesterday against Cayman Islands, won the toss, decided to put Bermuda into bat first. And the score right now is 3 for no loss after 1 over. I'll give you the starting 11s in just a moment. As Raj Vyas, the star of the show yesterday, bowled the first over, conceded just 3 singles to Shirai Painter and Jaden Manders. And USA playing an unchanged 11. Abhiram Balasamagari taking the new ball from the Seneca College end. 2 slips in place, Aman Patel and Shashank Vitaladevaram. Rahul Jariwala behind the stumps for USA. And it's in the air just wide of the fielder. Giving chase, and it's a thick outfield here. It's going to stop well short. They're going to come back for 3 runs. So Painter flicks that one in the air, but just wide of Vatsal Vagela at mid-wicket. And it's going to bring Jaden Manders on strike. USA playing an unchanged 11 from yesterday, as I said. Top to bottom, run through the list for you. Josh O'Kine, the captain. Jariwala behind the stumps. Aman Patel, as I said, at first slip. And Shashank Vitaladevaram now moves to gully from second slip. As Manders edges this one just wide of Aman Patel at first slip. Vali Samagari with a very impressive spell yesterday, went mostly unrewarded, but he worked hard to build pressure for Vyas to strike at the other end. Majid Zubair, Vatsal Vagela, Ali Sheikh, Sai Mukamala, Sanjay Stanley, rounding out the 11 for USA, unchanged. Painter is back on strike. And he's put it down. It was a tough chance. Painter dangled the bat at it. It was a definite chance, though. Shashank Vitaladevaram at second slip came high, but it was within reach. He didn't really need to jump. And I think it may have somewhat surprised him at the pace that it came off the bat. It came quite sharply through his fingertips. And third man fielding very square on the boundary. So it goes for 4. First chance put down by USA today. Off the bowling of Vali Samagari. Sanjay Stanley fielding at third man if you go around the ring for USA. Ali Sheikh at point. Majid Zubair at cover. Josh O'Kine mid-off. As this one comes off the pad strap. No wide signaled by the umpire. Sai Mukamala at mid-on, and Hatsal Bagela at mid-wicket in the ring. And Raj Vyas at deep fine leg, rounding out the fielding configuration for USA at the moment. $11 for none. Last ball, the over coming up. And it's another chance put down. This one much, much more difficult. Majid Zubair at cover. It came quick. It was in the air at about rib height, moving to his left. He stabbed his left hand out at a one-handed chance. And it was one of those that either sticks or it doesn't. He's an outstanding fielder. Played high school baseball in Texas as an outfielder. He's got the strongest arm on the team. This time it came quite sharply. That was a very difficult chance. I'd put that one at about 9.5 out of 10 just because it was coming quick and he only had one hand to stick out at it. He couldn't get in position to get two hands to it. So it's a very, very difficult chance. But two chances go down in that second over of Ali Samagari. Bermuda getting away with it. Both chances off Shirai Painter, who's on 8 at the start of the third over. Here comes Vyas again. Kept out to mid-on by Jaden Manders. Run through the Bermuda 11 quickly. Dalen Richardson, the captain, who was part of this squad 2 years ago at the same tournament in Canada. One of several returning players in the team, also with Jaden Manders out there opening the batting with him. Jamar Stovall. Jared Richardson doing the keeping today for Bermuda. As Vyas does well to knock that down in his follow-through. And he might need some treatment here. As he's clutching at his left hand, his bowling hand. That's not a good sign. Considering the damage that he did yesterday, 7 for 10 in that spell versus Cayman Islands, a record breaker. Physio hasn't come out yet to have a look. That might change momentarily as the umpires are having a chat with the captain of USA, Joshua Kind. And Raj Vyas is okay to continue for now with that left hand, his bowling hand. It looks like he's clutching more of his thumb and wrist area. There should be a bit more padding. Sancho Jackson, Tabre Robinson, Isaiah Greaves, Jabari Darrell, another returning player, along with Nairobi Smith Mills, who's a very exciting prospect, pace bowling prospect. Ty Karaya and Shirai Painter out there opening batting. That's the Bermuda 11. There's a bit of extra bounds for Vyas there. This is the same pitch that was used yesterday between Bermuda and Canada when Canada won by 9 wickets after pulling out Bermuda for 61. It's a good stop by Majid Zubair in the covers, denying a single. to Manders as Vias continues to strangle up the dot balls here. He had 3 maidens yesterday in his 8-over spell. He's on the verge of his first one today. Born in Indianapolis, Indiana, moved to Arizona at 9 months old. Grew up in Chandler, which is about 20 miles southeast of Phoenix. And Vagela cuts this off at mid-off for no run. So it's the first maiden of the day for Vias and for USA. And after 3 overs, the score is 11 for none for Bermuda after being sent in by USA. That's another edge, goes just wide of Vitel Deverom at second slip. But Vali Samagari continuing to heap the pressure on here in his opening spell. 2 slips in. That would have gone straight to third slip if there had one been in place. But Painter continuing to survive here. He's already been dropped twice off the bowling of Vali Samagari, and nearly a third chance going to hand there, but about a yard and a half wide of Vital Deverom at second slip, lunging to his right. Vali Samagari keeping a very good length on the good to fullish length, making the batsman play. Vali Samagari, born in Richardson, Texas, lives in Murphy, Texas, just east of Plano. As another nearly a wicket there, as an inside edge just bounces over leg stump from Jaden Manders. Vali Samagari continuing to sniff around. Attacking the stumps. Vali Samagari lives in the Plano area, as I said. Plays for the Dallas Youth Cricket League Knights and also for the DFW Scorpions in the North Texas Cricket Association, the Dallas area. And this time he gets the wicket. Aman Patel at first slip with a sharp catch at head height. Vali Samagari gets rewarded finally for that attacking line on middle and off stump. And the Texas product makes the first breakthrough for USA. Bermuda 12 for 1. Manders goes for 2. Ty Karaya, the new batsman in for Bermuda at number 3. Under pressure, Bermuda 12 for 1 with 1 ball to go in the 4th over. Ty Karaya, the only player in this Bermuda team not born in Bermuda, born in Atlanta, Georgia. Plays for Somerset Cricket Club on the island. And what a ball to finish the over from Abhiram Vali-Samagari. Nearly brings about another wicket. Just in that channel outside 4th stump line. And it ends a fantastic over for the Americans. Bermuda 12 for 1, but the first wicket of the day going to Abhiram Vali-Samagari. The figures of 1 for 9 in 2 overs. As Raj Vyas continues, took one on the left hand fielding in his previous over, shaking it off for quite a bit, but he's fully fit to continue here. Just 1 slip in place now. There have been 2 slips bowling to Painter, but possible chance just clears Joshua Kind at mid-off as Painter continues his nervy start here, moving to 12 after taking a pair off that check drive that just balloons over Joshua Kind at mid-off. Shirai Painter at a Paget, Bermuda, plays for Somerset Bridge, for Somerset Cricket Club and Somerset Bridge Cricket Club in Bermuda. He's at Somerset Bridge. And there's another check drive just short of Joshua Kind at mid-off. He tried to attack the ball, didn't carry to him on a short hop, and it actually goes past him trying to attack the ball to create a catching opportunity and sneaks through for 2 runs. So Raj Vyas getting a touch closer here. You can almost feel a wicket coming. Painter living dangerously early on here in the power play. Painter's a second-generation Bermudian cricketer representative. His father, Noel Gibbons, played for Bermuda. As he keeps this one out, much better technique there, keeping the ball on the ground. As Fagela fields at mid-wicket in the ring. And Majid Zubair now moves into a short extra cover position. They're putting a man in there for that checked drive. If the ball stops in the pitch a little bit, Majid Zubair is ready to snap it up at short extra cover. Via strays on the legs, and it's an easy single tucked off the pads down a fine leg where Vali Samagari fields and relays in. Yes, gets one to climb a little bit into Karaya. Correa, like many on this Bermuda team, could potentially be a second-time representative at this tournament. He's only 15 years of age, sent out at number 3, promising prospect. And a wide Yorker sneaks past Correa, tried to stab it out, beats off stump, and Rahul Jariwala is amped up. He's amped up. The rest of the fielding unit is amped up for USA. They can sense another wicket isn't far away after 5 overs, 17 for 1 against Bermuda here. On day 2 of the ICC Americas Under-19 World Cup qualifier. Another streaky shot by Shirai Painter goes to third man where Sanjay Stanley fields and relays in. USA field is making a lot of noise. Aman Patel, Shashank Vitaladevaram in particular, joining Rahul Jariwala in between deliveries, making a lot of noise. Getting to the head of the Bermudian batsman. Ty Correa on strike. Still yet to score. 3 balls faced. And this one could be 5 wides down the leg side. And it does the first boundary since the second over. On that occasion, it was an edge that went for 4 by Painter. This time, 5 wides down the leg side. The wide and 4 more runs added to it as was well out of the reach of Rahul Jariwala going down the leg side. Valuable runs here with the pressure on in the field being applied by USA. And we could have another wide here, well outside off stump, too far to play at. For those who weren't here yesterday for the broadcast, this tournament they are using Duke's balls instead of the kookaburras that have traditionally been used at these ICC events. We saw the Duke's ball at World Cricket League Division 3 in Oman, and it swings loads more than the kookaburra, and you're getting a lot of swing here today as there was yesterday, making it very challenging for the batsmen, especially at this age group level. And that could be stoned dead, and it is! A Yorker right on the toes by Abhiram Samagaran. He strikes for the second time. A 4-ball duck for Ty Correa. Picture perfect Yorker. He'd been spearing those in yesterday without success. And this time he strikes with the Yorker, his second wicket of the day. And Bermuda, 24 for 2 in over number 6. Under pressure once again as USA is looking very, very strong here through the first day plus of this ICC Americas Under-19 World Cup qualifier. The Bermuda captain, Dalen Richardson, enters at 24 for 2. Under heavy pressure, 2 slips in place as Vali Samagari lets loose a no ball. Slipped out of the hand. He's going to get a warning, possibly. And the umpire, Leslie Reefer, does indeed tell the USA captain, Joshua Kind, if Vali Samagari bowls another one of those today, he'll be out of the attack. Dangerous delivery on height. Maybe gripping the ball just a touch too hard. He's excited out there. He's fired up with 2 wickets already under his belt. But a free hit to come for the Bermuda captain, Dalen Richardson. And it's a catch, but again, it's a free hit. Goes straight to mid-wicket. Vatsal Vagela snaps it up at waist height. But delivery after no ball, the free hit, so no wicket for USA. Shirai Painter straight a little bit at the non-strikers and forgetting momentarily what was going on. And the throw from Vagela missed the stumps, but it looked like Painter was well in. Dalen clips off another attempted Yorker off his toes, and this is going to be one down to fine leg where Vias cuts it off. And the Bermuda captain is off the mark. 26 for 2. With 2 balls to go, 2 legal deliveries to go. In the 6th over, Vali Samagari, both wickets for USA. Asked Abhiram Vali Samagari who his favorite player is, and he named Brett Lee as a fast bowler. Not a surprising choice whatsoever. Loves the intensity Brett Lee brings. And this one is clipped in the air, but it's going to be safely into the gap on the leg side as Vias gives chase. And it's going to be an easy pair for Painter to move to 18. Jariwala chirping loudly, telling his teammates he's already given a few lives, boys. USA staying positive in the field. Painter playing the ball in the air quite regularly so far early in this Bermuda innings. One of the other things Vali Samagari said about Brett Lee, gives no mercy, and right now Vali Samagari is showing no mercy to this Bermuda lineup. But lets up some of the pressure there, unfortunately, for USA. Another set of 5 wides, signaled by Leslie Reefer down the leg side. It's the second time in this over. 10 extras off of 2 balls. And then there's also been another wide and a no ball, so 4 extra deliveries in this over. Which still has 1 illegal delivery remaining. (16-run over, which also has included a wicket. So 33 for 2. Bermuda. And this time a much better delivery. Full on off stump. Defended on the front foot. And that'll bring an end to the over. Bermuda 33 for 2 after 6. Vali Samagari wraps up an expensive over that also brought about a wicket. He now has figures of 2 for 25 in 3 overs. Shirai Painter on 18 off 17 balls. Dalen Richardson 1 off 3 as Vias gets set to continue. Dalen Richardson just going to have one slip in place. Aman Patel. Vias starts off the 7th over, beating the outside edge. Dalen Richardson's attempt to drive outside off. And he has a few words for the Bermuda captain on his way back. A little bit more info about Raj Vyas. Graduated Hamilton High School just this spring, and he's going to be on his way to Arizona State University in the fall. Said he chose Arizona State over Illinois Tech because he wants to be able to keep up with his cricket in the winters. And that looks like it's going to be a good thing for USA Cricket going forward because he's a promising prospect on the early evidence of what he's done yesterday and so far today with his left arm swing bowling. They want somebody in the setup who's committed to the extent that he's demonstrated, keeping in mind where his studies will take him, wants to try and balance it as well as he can with cricket. As he comes in again towards Dalen, and an inside edge goes to Bagela at mid-wicket, keeping it on that full length. Locally in Arizona, Raj Vyas plays for Kingfisher Spartans Cricket Club. Gets to play a decent amount of cricket on turf wickets. There is a turf facility in Gilbert, Arizona. Unlike a good number of these players in the USA squad who don't get much of an opportunity to play on turf wickets in their local areas, a lot of guys from the Bay Area, a few more players from New Jersey in the squad. Not much access to turf wickets in those areas. It's something that hopefully will change going forward. As some of you may have seen, looks like there's a new turf wicket facility in progress in the Bay Area. Here comes VS. And another flash outside off stump by Dalen Richardson, but no bat on it. Another maiden for Raj Vyas, his second of the day. Troubling Bermuda batsman with that movement. 33 for 2 after 7. And we're going to have the first bowling change of the day for USA. The captain bringing himself on at the Seneca College end. Joshua Kind. Bulls medium pace took 2 for 7 yesterday against Cayman Islands. Both catches taken in the slips. He's only got one slip in place here to start his first over the day. Aman Patel stays in at first slip. Shashank Vitaladevaram, who was at second slip, is now at extra cover in the ring. And Painter with an easy single to the leg side through square leg as Vias comes in from deep fine leg to keep it to 1. Painter moves to 19. Striking it better than a run of ball, but again, he's been dropped twice off the bowling of Ali Samagari. Those of you who missed it yesterday, on the broadcast, Joshua Kind, resident of Kansas City, Missouri. He's got an older brother who plays cricket, Nathan, as well as a younger brother, Benjamin, who is here in attendance at King City along with his parents, Neil and Diane, who's currently at the cover boundary, keeping a watchful eye of her son running in. As this one is guided with an open face to third man, Sanjay Stanley doing the fielding. And Diane, Joshua's mom, told me yesterday after the match there's a strong contingent of fans back in South Africa. The Kind clan, many cousins, still back there watching Joshua leading USA. There's another single run off the open face to third man. Joshua grew up initially in Springs in Gauteng, which is located approximately 50 kilometers east of Johannesburg, where he grew up playing a variety of sports, rugby, tennis, cricket, and the family moved to Missouri. He's here on the field. The family drove 20 hours from Missouri up through the Midwest across the border. And there's an appeal for caught behind, and Leslie Reefer raises the finger, and the USA captain dismisses his opposite number. Dalen Richardson has to go. And USA continues to heat the pressure on Bermuda. 36 for 3 in the 8th over. Kind, unkind to Dalen Richardson with that delivery in the channel, outside off stump, flashed at it. And Rahul Jariwala, the USA wicketkeeper, more than happy to snap it up, shuffling to his right. There was a definite noise. And Leslie Reefer gave a simple nod of the head before raising the finger. So Bermuda now 36 for 3. USA trying to make this a quick day if they can. Bermuda, after a heavy loss to Canada yesterday, desperate to keep their under-19 World Cup qualification hopes alive. Jabari Dowell, the new batsman in, another one of the holdovers from 2017. And he's solid in defense to end the over. Kind strikes for USA, though, in that frame. And after 8, it's 36 for 3. Bermuda, after being sent in. And there's a huge mix-up here. Throw to the non-striker's end, and Painter was in trouble for a short while as Vatsal Vagela, the fielder, at short mid-wicket, circling around to his right. And now Jabari Darrow will come on strike to face Raj Vyas for the first time. He's cousins with several other former Bermuda representatives, Deontay Darrell, O'Shea Darrell. As Vyas beats the outside edge. Jabari, with ambitions of a professional cricket career, is currently a part of the Leicestershire Academy in England, attending Loughborough College. Hopes to graduate and continue onward to MCC Loughborough to pursue cricket full-time. Probably the most promising prospect in this Bermuda team. Big LBW appeal, but a bit high. Hit on the thigh. Ambitious shot there from Vyas, with some support behind the wicket from Jariwala. Just one slip in place here in the 9th over. .37 for 3. Vyas yet to strike today after that 7-wicket haul yesterday. And he very nearly plays on there. Tentative prod forward. Not really getting the feet moving. Inside edge goes onto the toes. Majid Zubair very excited at short, extra cover. He's moved a bit wider than he was earlier for Painter. Looked like an inside edge. There's another appeal stifled on an attempted Yorker. And umpire Arnold Modella was never really interested on that occasion, but Vyas continues attacking the stumps. In case you missed it yesterday, that 7-wicket haul breaking the USA junior record set by Mittal Patel in 2011 in Ireland against Afghanistan, 6 for 35. The only other player who had ever taken 6 wickets for USA Under-19, Kiefer Phil, former New York PSAL high school star, did it against Bermuda in 2015. And Jabari Darrell is finally off the mark with a thick edge behind point, well wide of the fielders. And that's going to bring about the end of the 9th over. Bermuda, 38 for 3. Shirai Painter hanging in there on 21 off 20 balls. And Jabari Darrell 1 off 6 after entering in the 8th over. Rajvi has no wickets yet today, but still keeping it quite tidy. None for 10 in 5 overs with 2 maidens. As the USA captain has the ball in his hand once again for the final over the power play. Continuing to challenge the outside edge. Getting a touch of swing. Whispering gently into the off stump. Darrell much better getting behind that delivery, short of a length. Again, this is the same pitch that was used yesterday. So Bermuda was bowled out for 61 on this same strip. And Kind, again, short of a length. He's been challenging the batsman on that fuller length. He's trying to go a bit too short here. He's looking for wickets. He's got to pitch it up. Keep getting the batsman to drive because that's how he got his first wicket. Dalen Richardson caught behind in his previous over. Well-judged single taken wide of mid-wicket by Jabari Darrell there. Some strong support here for Bermuda in King City. Quite a number of the parents of these players have traveled. They've got a tent set up on the south boundary and a fine leg. And they're making their noise in support of their players here in Canada. And this one's going to be a chance, and backpedaling on the ring, taken quite easily in the end. It's Shashank Vitaladevaram with his second catch of the tournament. Took one yesterday, and Bermuda slips even further, 39 for 4 in the 10th. Kind clearly was working to a plan there. I said he should be pitching it up. What do I know? Bangs it in short. Beats Shirai Painter for pace on the pull. Sky to top edge in the ring. And the only challenge for Shashank Vitaladevaram was whether he would stumble on a matting pitch laid out on one of the adjacent wickets here on the square. As he was backpedaling, he was changing from firm grass into a jute mat under his feet, but not flustered in any way. And Shashank Vitaladevaram, a star leg spinner who has yet to bowl a ball here in Canada so far because of the just outright dominance of the medium pace attack by USA. He takes the catch at short mid-wicket, and he was fielding at second slip earlier, and he returns to second slip for the new batsman for Bermuda. Coming to the crease is Jared Richardson, the wicketkeeper. And Kind beats the outside edge once again. stumbling through in his delivery stride, but he gets up after dusting off his knees and dusting off another Bermuda batsman in that over. 39 for 4 after the power play. 2 wickets apiece for Abhiram Valislimagari and the USA captain Joshua Kind. It's the end of the first power play, but USA has not opted to push anybody outside the ring more than they have to. Still 7 fielders inside the circle. Only third man and fine leg on the boundary as Raj Vyas comes in for his 6th over. Another picture-perfect Yorker, but possibly an inside edge there. Deemed by the umpire Arnold Madela. Big appeal from Raj Vyas. He wanted it. The keeper wanted it. Rahul Jariwala behind the stumps, but Arnold Madela pretty quick to shake it off to say no. Got enough bat to defuse the appeal. USA, though, still sniffing blood in the water here. Circling like sharks around these Bermuda batsmen. Jabari Darrell on 2 off 12 balls, trying to keep out Raj Vyas. And he laces a ferocious pull high over mid-wicket. And it's his first boundary as the Bermuda parents and families go wild on the south boundary. It's set up there for him. And exquisitely timed. High over mid-wicket. No protection whatsoever out there at this point in time. Just 2 fielders in the ring on the leg side at mid-on and mid-wicket. And nobody on the boundary on the leg side except for deep fine leg. So once it cleared, Vatsal Vagela, it was going to go all the way. Another inside edge. Stifled appeal from USA. And it goes well clear of Vatsal Vagela behind square on the leg side to get Jabari Darrell off strike, taking him to 7. Jared Richardson, one of the 6 holdovers for Bermuda from 2017. Currently attending Ardingly College in Sussex, in England. There's a Sussex pipeline from Bermuda. Probably the most well-known in recent times, heading from Bermuda to Sussex. Delray Rawlins was a fantastic player for Bermuda at under 15 and under 19 level. First saw him in Winnipeg at a tournament back in 2011. He was the shortest kid on the field, but he was dynamite bowler and batsman, and he's continued to take that from Bermuda to England and around the world, playing for England under 19s in India. Scored century there, a one-day series they held. in January 2017. As it's the end of the 11th over, 44 for 4. Bermuda. Aman Patel, who was in its slip earlier, swapped out at mid-wicket with Vital Devaram. Vital Devaram, the lone slip fielder in place right now, as Joshua Kine comes into bowl. And what a gem from Joshua Kine. Beats the outside edge. Touch of extra bounce. Getting Jabari Darrell to come forward. A very good line on that fourth stump line just outside off stump. And another tight run taken in the ring. Well judged by Jabari Darrell and Jared Richardson. Clips off the hips toward Arnold Madella, the square leg umpire, and Aman Patel with a lot of work to try and cut that off. And it puts Jared Richardson back on strike. Said he goes to Ardingly College in Sussex. When he's back home in Bermuda, he represents Bailey's Bay Cricket Club. And Kind continuing with this short of a length. Trying to make these Bermudian batsmen uncomfortable as Leslie Reefer signals one short ball for the over. First short ball for the over. This one much wider outside off stump. No threat for Jared Richardson to have to play at that one. 45 for 4 in the 12th over. Kind, with his third over in progress, has already taken 2 wickets today. Shirai Painter and Dalen Richardson, the Bermuda captain, his 2 scalps. Jared Richardson thought about it, decided to leave it in the end. And after 12, it's 45 for 4. BS not getting as much swing now as he was earlier. And this might be his last over in this opening spell. He's been efficient at keeping the pressure on, but yet to strike today. As the captain, Joshua Kind, gives him some instructions. Slip and short extra cover still in place. And another drop chance. This one is so difficult at mid-wicket, but it did carry. Shashank Vitala with a fantastic effort, and this one you'd have to class as a 10 out of 10 on a degree of difficulty scale. Came flat and low, never got more than about a foot and a half off the ground. But Vitala at mid-wicket, about 10 yards in from the circle. Definitely got hands to that diving to his left. This one is punched back. Gimme ball. Really should have been punished by Jabari Darrell. But on that previous delivery, got a full-length ball, tried to whip it across the line through mid-wicket, and Shashank Vitala with a fantastic diving effort to his left to create a chance. Some fielders might not even have gotten hands underneath that ball, would have short hopped him, but he got his hands to it, just didn't stick. Very difficult, but it was a chance. So Jabari Darrow with a life on 8. That is the third chance offered by Bermuda today. And 2 out of 3 were very, very difficult chances. Majid Zubair with a one-handed attempt at cover, and Vitala Devram at second slip as well. And Raj Vyas has struck for the first time today. And he's giving a bit of a send-off to Jabari Darrell. Beautiful delivery, nipping back, clips the top of middle stump. And Raj Vyas points Jabari Darrell back to the Maple Leaf Cricket Club Pavilion. So 3 balls after he was put down, Raj Vyas does indeed get his revenge. The 5th Bermudian batsman out, and it triggers the drinks break. Jabari Darrell gone for 8, and it is now 45 for 5. Bermuda in a world of trouble at the moment as the umpires call for drinks. Raj Vyas' 8th wicket of the tournament, just the second match so far here for USA. Going to take a short break as the players and umpires get hydrated back on field. Peter Delapenna back here in King City as the drinks break has ended. Raj Vyas charging in to face the new batsman, Jamar Stovall. And the umpire says it was just inside the wide guidelines to keep a maiden intact, a wicket maiden, in fact, for Raj Vyas. 7 overs, 3 maidens, 1 for 15, striking on the second to last ball of the 13th over, claiming the big scalp of Jabari Darrow with a beautiful delivery. Going back in to beat that forward push. Knockback middle stump. Gave him his instructions back to the pavilion. Jared Richardson on strike now with a slip and a wide gully. Majid Zubair in place. And another beautiful delivery beating the outside edge. Firm drive, but well fielded by Vatsal Bagel at extra cover to deny what would have been at least 2 runs on what's a thick outfield here at King City. Jared Richardson yet to get off the mark. 8 balls faced in his innings so far. And that's a beautiful hook shot behind square. Raj Vyas does well, though, to cut it off. Keep it to a single. Well, Jared Richardson finally off the mark now, as Joshua Kine continues to pepper these Bermudian batsmen with the short delivery. We're in the 14th over, but USA still with 7 fielders in the ring outside of the power play. They can have 2 more fielders outside if they wanted to, but for the time being, just keeping third man and deep fine leg on the rope. Everybody else in the ring. And Jamar Stovall is off the mark. Jamar Stovall spells his last name with 1 L, though he is cousins with Dion Stovall, Bermuda national team player, who spells his surname with 2 L's. And I asked him what's going on there. He said somewhere along the way, they shaved off 1 L for his side of the family. They're definitely related, but one set of cousins spells their last name with 1 L, the other with 2 L's. First leg by signaled of the day by umpire Leslie Riefert for Jared Richardson to get off strike. Another Bermuda representative, Wendell Smith, related to Jamar Stovall. It's his uncle. As a Yorker length delivery kept out by Stovall to end the 14th over, 48 for 5. Again, Bermuda made 61 against Canada yesterday on this very same pitch. What's considered the southwest pitch. This is the very same ground for 2020 cricket franchise aficionados. This is the exact same field that was used for the Global T20 Canada last summer. There's 4, or technically 5, fields at this one-of-a-kind facility in King City. Nothing like it in the world. And this is where you saw the likes of Chris Gale, Dwayne Bravo, and USA's own Ali Khan last summer as Raj Vyas charges in again. USA's Ali Khan, USA's Kyle Phillip also appeared here last summer. Both of them back with Global T20 Canada franchises again. Ali Khan switching teams from the Winnipeg Hawks to the Vancouver Knights for the upcoming season that'll start in late July. This year, the GT20 Canada taking place in Brampton, southwest of Toronto, or west, depending on how you define Toronto's boundaries. We're well north of Toronto here in King City at Maple Leaf Cricket Club. As finally, Jared Richardson is forced to play at a full-length ball on the stumps, drives it straight back to Raj Vyas, though. Got the stamina here. This is his 8th over unchanged since taking the new ball. We could see him bowl out here. I thought they might save a couple overs for him. But he struck in the 7th, and Josh O'Connor decided to reward him by keeping him on to see if he can prize out at least one more wicket here. And that one very, very awkwardly played in an awkward position on the body for sure. No shot offered by Jared Richardson, but way too high. Didn't hit the pads. Hit somewhere else where you don't exactly want to be hit either. Richardson, well protected. Just one slip in, short extra cover. Majid Zubair in place. And this one's on the body, but he can't get it away. It was a loose delivery. Should have really gone for him. But Jared Richardson late. Trying to get his bat across it. Another maiden. 4 of them now for Raj Vyas. 2 in a row. 7 in the tournament. He just keeps on racking up dot ball after dot ball. And it looks like we are going to see the first over of spin bowling on the week for USA. And it is the prized leg spinner, Shashank Vitaladevaram. Born in Bangalore, in Karnataka in India, came to the USA at age 6 to Santa Clara, California. Currently a member of Sunnyvale Cardinals Cricket Club. Works with Srini Salver. Recent USA national team players. Worked a lot with some of the kids in the Bay Area doing some youth coaching. had an influence on a number of these kids. Cherny Solver doing some coaching. Sarovnet Chavalkar doing some coaching, influencing some of the fast bowlers. CCA, a lot of efforts being put into youth cricket out in the Bay Area. Shashank has been present at several USA men's national team camps. Get some exposure against the men's players, and he's already getting quite significant turn here in his first couple deliveries to Jamar Stovall. This one strays on the pads, and it's yanked through the leg side. That's a gimme delivery for 4. As you hear the horns, you can through the microphone from the Bermuda parents. That just set up too short down the leg side. And Stovall judged the lane thoroughly. Much better delivery. Comeback ball there from Vital Deveram. Struggling with his line here just a little bit in this first over. Wide signal down the leg side. Much better length, much better line. Teasing Jamar Stovall forward. You got Ahmed Patel in at slip. So an attacking option there. And it's the end of the over. 53 for 5, Bermuda. 50 came up with that boundary. $16 overs complete. And Raj Vyas has finally come out of the attack for the first time in the tournament. Take the new ball yesterday, take the new ball today. Never gave it up. But we are going to finally see a change at the pavilion end. Raj Vyas has been blowing all the time for the past 48 hours, and it's going to be Ali Sheikh, the left arm spinning all-rounder. Living in Plano, Texas. On for the first time. Plenty of loop. First up, Vital Deveram is in at slip. He's got a deep mid-wicket, a long on, and a long off. The captain, Joshua Kind, is at long off. Out at cover sweeping is Raj Vyas. Aman Patel is at deep mid-wicket. Excuse me, Aman Patel is at long on. And it looks like Vatsal Vakela is at deep mid-wicket. So 4 men on the boundary. This one strays down the leg side. Vital Deveram in at slip. Majid Zubair in at extra cover. Sanjay Stanley in the ring at mid-wicket. There's a man at 45 who cuts this delivery off. It is Sai Mukamala. Which means Ali Samagari is at point. That's the fielding alignment right now for USA. Backward point, extra cover, mid-wicket, and just behind the square leg umpire and his slip, the 5 fielders in the ring right now for USA. 4 on the boundary. And that's a much better delivery, but it squirts past slip for a single, which means Jamar Silva will keep the strike for the start of the 18th over, but after 17, it is 56 for 5 after Bermuda was sent in at the toss. Shashank Vitaladevaram with a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on and long off. The 4 fielders outside the boundary for him. Fielding on the rope as a low full toss is driven towards long on, where Majid Zubair is fielding the strongest arm in this USA squad. He's an outfielder for his high school baseball team, played center field mainly. Again, Ahmed Patel in its slip. And this is going to be very, very close, but maybe shading a touch down the leg side. Stifled appeal. Vital Devaram, and not much support behind the stumps by Jari Walla. Still getting quite significant turn. Spinning away from that off stump. All it'll take is to slip in a googly. $18 overs up, 57 for 5. Jamara Stovall on 7 off 14, and Jared Richardson grinding out in the middle, trying to stretch out this innings. Two off 23 balls at the moment as Ali Sheikh continues for his second over. Bermuda all out for 61 yesterday versus Canada. Long on has been brought into the ring. Ahmed Patel in the ring. They wanted to tease him to hit against the turn. So 7 fielders in the ring at the moment. For Stovall, cover sweeper in place, cuts that off. They had pushed everybody out initially, but now 7 fielders in the ring, just deep at wicket, and cover sweeper on the rope for Ali Sheikh's left arm spin. And that's a very well judged too. Raj Fias slow coming in off the rope at cover sweeper. A lot of work for Abhiram Bali Samagari to chase it running back from the circle at backward point / short third man. And that's a very, very well judged too by Jared Richardson. Rajat Zubair cutting off a single at extra cover. Consecutive drive straight to Raj Vyas, who came into the ring after that 2 when he was sweeping. 3 dot balls and the over. 60 for 5. So Bermuda looking a bit more promising than they showed yesterday, despite the early breakthroughs from Abhiram Balisamagari. They only made 61 yesterday against the tournament hosts and defending champions Canada. But already they're at 60 for 5. Still a lot of time to go in this innings. Shashank Vitale had a wide line on both sides of the wicket. He's been blowing well outside off stump. He's strayed a few times down the leg side. Long off has been brought into the ring to mid off. About to try and tease him to drive over the infield as Vital Deveram can't corral this one with a diving effort off his own bowling, and that fielder at mid off collects, but it's a single to Jamar Stovall. Six fielders in the ring now for Vital Deveram. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, and long on, the only 3 out. And nearly a chance created there. Jared Richardson tried to flick this through the leg side. Leading edge popped up very briefly. Not enough time for Alan Patel to run out from slip, and Joshua Kind at short extra cover 2 deep. Now he inches about 5 yards closer. Again, struggling with his line on the pads a bit too much. But Richardson can't get this one away, and it's 61 for 5 after 20 overs. Fairly attacking field at the moment for Ali Sheikh, left arm center. Only fielder on the boundary right now is deep mid wicket, trying to get him to create some chances, hitting in the air with 8 fielders in the ring. Slip in place. And Jamar Stovall on the strike, and Ali giving it plenty of flight. Ali Sheikh. And there's the first wicket for the left arm spinning all-rounder. Straightforward catch taken at slip by Shashank Vitale Deveram. Got it on that perfect length, perfect line on that third, fourth stump. Drew the batsman forward, and Jamar Stovall can't get the full face of the bat on it. Clips the outside edge. Snapped up very easily by Shashank Vitale Deveram. And it's another slow walk back for Bermuda batsman. Now 61 for 6. 2 catches now for Vitale Deveram. So 3 catches now on the week, the short week so far. 1 yesterday, taken at second slip by Shashank Vitale Deveram. Now here at slip for the spinner, Ali Sheikh. Took another catch earlier today at mid-wicket, and USA is getting even more attacking. The second slip slash gully is put in place for the new batsman. Isaiah Graves, the new bat in for Bermuda. And the umpires have told him he needs to wear a helmet at under 19 level. They have put in a rule in recent years. It used to be somewhat common for players at this age group to come out to bat without a helmet on. I distinctly remember former USA captain Shiva Vashisht looking very, very flashy, almost channeling his inner Carl Cooper with a floppy hat at the crease back when he played for USA Under 19 as captain in 2009 at this very same tournament. Fantastic player out in the Bay Area, San Jose. Graves told the regulations have since changed. You need to have a helmet on. Abhiram Vali Samagari looks like the man at Gully. As the first ball is kept out. And another beautiful delivery beats the outside edge. Got Salvagella, the man at deep mid wicket, the only man outside the ring at this point in time. Two men catching at slip and gully, and another one at short extra cover. Majid Zubair. Bermuda 61 for 6. Ali Sheikh with one wicket already this over. Probing away, looking for another. He's not going to get a wicket with that. Got to make him play. But it concludes a maiden over for Ali Sheikh. And that's a catch straight to Joshua Kind at extra cover. Sat up. It was not the best delivery, to be fair. But leg spinners will take wickets with those kind of balls. And after grinding and grinding and grinding, trying to prolong this innings, Jared Richardson slams his pads in frustration, walking off for 4 off 31 balls. Joshua Kind came flat, but straight to him at head height. Did a little bit of a bunny hop to take the catch. But he's a tall character, standing at about 6 feet tall and at about 16, 17 yards inside the ring. No trouble whatsoever taking that one at just above head height with that little bunny hop. So the leggy, Shashank Vitaladevaram. Sancho Jackson, the new batsman in. So 61 for 7 now, Bermuda. USA keeping things tight in the ring. And 3 men out, all on the leg side on the boundary. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on. 2 wides in a row for Vital Deveram. Again, losing his line somewhat to Sancho Jackson. Second top scorer in this innings, top scorer off the bat. Shirai Painter with 21 opening the batting, but it's been a struggle for Bermuda beyond that. And that was probably the best ball he's bowled in this spell. Got it on that full length to beat the outside edge. Vital Deveram trying to get his line right. Just 2 runs in the over, both coming off wides. Nothing off the bat, though. And Bermuda 63 for 7 after 22. Shashank Vital Deveram with his first wicket of the tournament. Teaming up with the captain at short extra cover. Gone a bit quiet in the field for USA despite the advantage. Ali Sheikh giving it plenty of loop, getting some extra bounce too. On this pitch, Ali Sheikh out of Plano, Texas, moved to the USA 4 years ago. Born in Doha, Qatar. Grew up in Qatar. Before his family moved to Texas. Currently plays for the Dallas Cricket League Juniors. Works with Asif Mujtaba. Former Pakistani international. USA national team selector. In the Dallas area. Also former USA men's assistant team coach. Worked with them at the 2012 T20 World Cup qualifier in the UAE. Fantastic stop in the covers by Majid Zubair. Finishes off a maiden for Ali Sheikh. 63 for 7. In 23 overs. Two maidens in a row for Ali Sheikh. Vital Deveram beginning his 5th over now. And what a beautiful ball that was. Beating the outside edge. Not much footwork there from Sancho Jackson. Didn't need to move his feet at that one. Too wide outside off. Gotta force him to play at the ball if you want to create that edge. Sancho Jackson out of Hamilton, Bermuda, goes to school in Lincolnshire, England. The Aston School. That's where he's currently enrolled. Plays for Market Raisin Cricket Club in Lincolnshire as well. When he's off the island. When he's on the island, plays for Bailey's Bay. As Vital Deveram still too wide outside off stump, not really forcing Sancho Jackson to play at the ball. Sancho Jackson, one of the older players in this team, 17 years of age, which is old for Bermuda under 19 standards. A lot of young guys in this team. And that's a maiden for Vital Devram. His first. USA's 7th of the match. Out of 24 overs bowled, they are doing a tremendous job at building pressure. And as my friend Alexis Nunes informed me, pressure burst pipe. And we could have that pipe bursting now, and it just clears. Aman Patel leaping in the air at mid-on. Oh, he was in the ring by about 5 yards. If he had been on the ring, it probably would have been a catch. And now he's being asked to switch from mid-on to mid-off with the captain, Joshua Kind. Aman Patel cheating in ever so slightly, and it results in a boundary for Bermuda. First boundary for Bermuda since the 16th over by Jamar Stoll. Takes the score to 67 for 7. But there was that release shot. That pressure had been building. USA had strung together 15 consecutive dot balls before that release shot by Isaiah Greaves. Just barely clearing Aman Patel at mid-on. So just the boundary off the first ball was nearly a wicket. Bermuda creeping along at 67 for 7 after 25 overs. The clock showing 12:19 here in King City. Match was nearly over yesterday at this stage against Cayman Islands. Only lasted 2 hours and 2 minutes. Bermuda showing a bit more fight. Still a long way to go. As Vitala Deveram begins his 6th over. Big appeal from Vitala Deveram there, but not much support from Jariwala behind the stumps. Keith heard an inside edge. Leslie Reefer not swayed one bit by Vitala Deveram's appeal there. Shashank Vitala Deveram graduated Wilcox High School in Santa Clara in the spring. This one is batted away. He's deciding between San Jose State University and University of Texas Austin for his college years, but he may actually defer his enrollment for a year. And this is going to be a catch. He's not deferring a wicket on that occasion. Taken easily in the covers by Vatsal Bagela. Floated up to encourage the drive. Finally got it tight to off stump to force Sancho Jackson into a drive, and it came off a thick edge, looped in the air to Vatsal Bagela on the circle at cover. Pouched it at waist height. Very straightforward catch. And Vitala Deveram now with his 2nd wicket on the day as Bermuda falls to 67 for 8 in the 26th over. Nairobi Smith Mills, the new man in. Vitala Deveram, I was saying, deciding between whether to go to San Jose State University to stay local in the Bay Area where he lives in Santa Clara, or to go to University of Texas, or to defer his enrollment in either place for a year, because it's something that's on the minds of these USA players if they were to qualify for the Under-19 World Cup that's going to take place in South Africa early in 2020. The time commitment for that tournament will be a full month, and preparation that goes into that. Some of these guys have it in mind that you're going to have to take a significant amount of time off of school, more than many university professors might allow if you're enrolled. So they may decide to take a semester off or a year off to dedicate themselves to the Under-19 World Cup, as this one's going to go for two wides to ruin what could have been a maiden for Vital Deveram, as Nairobi Smith Mills gets off strike. And the final ball of this over, Isaiah Greaves has to see it off. Something that was definitely a challenge, balancing the schoolwork with going to the World Cup for several of the guys who were part of the 2010 Under-19 World Cup squad for USA. The last time the USA had a team advance to the World Cup, and that was in New Zealand in January 2010, as Greaves flicks a single over mid-wicket to end the over. 70 for 8 after 26 overs. Bermuda. Ali Sheikh hands over his baggy blue. New tradition in USA cricket, having a baggy cap. One-day cricket, even for the juniors, as this one is defended off the back foot by Isaiah Greaves. Graves not looking entirely comfortable. Trying to keep these deliveries out. Again, the only fielder outside the ring, deep mid-wicket at the moment. And he tangles the bat at that one, and it goes off the toe, but straight to ground. Nearly a catching opportunity. It's second slip / gully for Abhiram Bali Samagari. Was very casual the previous delivery. A bit more intent on that one. Plays a cut shot, but into the ground. Big LBW shot. Looked very straight, and it's given. Playing across the line. And Ali Sheikh completes a wicket maiden. Bermuda now 70 for 9. It's full on off stump. It went straight on the arm ball. To Greaves, and playing across the line. It just looked bad. Arnold Medella didn't have to think too long. Strong appeal from behind the stumps. Upheld, and Ali Sheikh now with his second wicket. He's got a very impressive line today so far. 6 overs, 3 maidens, 2 for 12. And it's up to Nairobi Smith Mills. to try and prolong this along with Tabré Robinson. Tabré Robinson, a confident cat. And I asked him who his favorite cricketer was. He said Tabré Robinson. Some of these guys have picked Joe Root, Mitchell Stark, Brett Lee, Abhiram Samagari said Brett Lee's his favorite cricketer. Tabré Robinson, he likes Tabré Robinson. Nairobi Smith Mills is on strike. Very athletic kid for Bermuda, and he drives. Slight misfield at mid-off by Vali Samagari. The relay in hits the stumps with a ricochet, and there should be a second run there. Nairobi Smith Mills not really paying attention. Could have taken a second run to come back on strike off the ricochet. Decides not to. Didn't really see where the ball went. But Nairobi Smith Mills, very, very athletic kid. He's recently won the 800-meter gold medal at the Carifta Games, which for people in America who may not be familiar, it's one of the most prestigious, if not the most prestigious, track and field competition in the Caribbean that's produced many, many future stars. It's where Usain Bolt made his name as a teenager. It's done only at age group level. It's just a teenage competition. And Nairobi Smith Mills is a gold medalist in the 800 meters at the under 17 level. And you wonder how much longer he'll stick with cricket if the track and field career starts to pull at him with scholarship offers potentially for American universities. He's currently in the process of enrolling at school in England. There's that one dangerously left alone. Tabré Robinson. This one kept out. Nairobi Smith Mills, he's going to go to Warminster School in Wiltshire, England, in the fall. Several Bermuda players attending Warminster, and Nairobi Smith Mills is about to join them. It's the end of the over. 71 for 9. Nairobi Smith Mills back on strike for the start of this 29th over by Ali Sheikh. Solid in defense. Just mentioned in the Carifta Games where he's won the 800-meter gold. There's a U.S. link to the Carifta Games. Hayden Walsh Jr., one of his brothers, was a competitor in the past at the Carifta Games. His brother's a sprinter, went to Middle Tennessee State University, and he's competed in the Olympics for Antigua and Barbuda. We've got one member of the Walsh family competing in the Olympics for Antigua and Barbuda, another playing for the USA national team in cricket. We've got Nairobi Smith Mills on strike here, though. Going for the sweep. Haven't seen that at all today. This one dangles the bat on. Did he drag this on? The bails go off. Man, Jariwala knocking them off. Looks like he might have dragged the bottom edge initially. But no real appeal from the USA lineup as another one goes off an inside edge. Been told Hayden Walsh Jr.'s younger brother also playing for Leeward Islands at age group level. Under 17, that factoid relayed by USA manager Kirk Higgins. So a very, very gifted Walsh family. Four maidens now in 7 overs for Ali Sheikh, 71 for 9. And Ali Sheikh staying in at gully for Vital Deveram. Vital Deveram struggled with his line again today. Keep going too wide outside that off stump. Needs to get it a little bit tighter to the stumps to force the batsman to play. Inside edge nearly dragged on there. Could have ended the innings to Bray Robinson. Trying to hang in there. Goes back, slices this to backward point. About Salvagella fielding. And a bit quiet in the field for USA. Not being challenged as much as they had expected. And he's bowled him behind the legs. Vital Deveron wraps up the innings. To Bray Robinson going too far across his stumps to flick to the leg side. Bowled behind his legs, and Bermuda all out for a 71 in 29.5 overs. We're just going to have a short 10-minute changeover in between innings. Wickets spread throughout the lineup for USA. Shashank Vital Deveron leading the way with 3, though, and he gets to lead the team off. Give you a quick rundown of the wickets. For USA, Shashank Vital Deveron, the leg spinner, ends with 3 for 13. In his spell, Ali Sheikh 2 for 10. Off of 7 overs with 4 maidens. Abhiram Valasimagari got things started for USA 2 for 25 in 3 overs. A bit wayward at times. There were 2 deliveries that went for 5 wide down the leg side that kind of blemished his figures a little bit, but 2 wickets to start things off. Get the ball rolling for USA. Joshua Kind, the captain, 2 for 7 in his 4 overs. And Raj Vyas, a pressure-packed spell. 8 overs, 4 maidens, 1 for 15. So the wickets split evenly, 5 apiece to the pace bowlers and the spinners. They're going to roll the pitch just for a few minutes here. 10-minute changeover, and then USA comes back out to chase a target of 72 after bowling Bermuda out for 71. I'm going to take a short break and be back for the start of the chase. Peter Della Penna back here in King City for the start of the USA Chase. 72 needed to win off 50 overs. Matt Salvagella and Simon Kamala on strike with Jabari Darrell opening the bowling for Bermuda. USA won by 10 wickets yesterday. Darrell bowling with 2 slips. And he gets some very sharp bounce. Umpire Arnold Medella signals 1 for the over. Vagilla on strike. The left-hander, Simon Kamala, off strike, bats right-handed for USA. That's all. Puts this one straight to point. No run. And Václav Vagilla yesterday mentioned Milpitas, California in the Bay Area. Former product of California Cricket Academy, now works with Srini Salver. As this one down the leg side goes to hook. Jabari Darrell keeping it short, but strays on the line. Václav, where's number 14? Number he just picked as a junior cricketer a couple years ago. He's tried to stick with it, but now he says he's happy he picked 14 and he stuck with it because it's Ricky Ponting's number. That's what he associates it with. So he leaves this one alone. Touch of movement back in to the lefty. And the Bermuda fielders trying to make some noise. Isaiah Greaves doing a lot of chirping coming in from mid-wicket after the delivery. Shirai Painter at first slip. And Miguel gets on top of this one, well wide of Greaves at mid-wicket, and it's going to be an easy 2 coming back. Dalen Richardson, the captain, at second slip next to Shirai Painter. Jared Richardson behind the stumps. Sancho Jackson at mid-on. Bray Robinson at mid-off, or mid-on, excuse me, for the left-hander. And it's actually Sancho Jackson who's at mid-off for the lefty. Ty Karaya in the covers. Nairobi Smith Mills is on the boundary at third man. He's going to open the bowling more than likely for the second over. This one knocked down towards backward point. Fielded by Jaden Manders. And that's the end of the first over. 3 for no loss for USA. Simon Kamala be on strike for this second over. And Nairobi Smith Mills with the ball in hand. As I mentioned before, Nairobi, gold medalist in the 800 meters at the Carifta Games. And this one edged just wide, a second slip. Dalen Richardson couldn't get a hand to it, and it goes for 4. Beats third man, Jabari Darrell, who was fielding square on the rope. Couldn't cut it off. Tentative poke by Sai Mukamala. Only 2 slips in place for Bermuda, defending a small total of 71. Shirai Painter at first slip. Dalen Richardson, the captain, at second slip. Thick edge flew to his right. Tried to dive, going right. Just eluded him by about 1.5 feet. And Smith Mills goes short. The Bermuda fielder is making a lot of noise. Last time these two teams played each other in Toronto, USA Under-19 and Bermuda Under-19, it was Sahil Patel took a 5-wicket haul in a very, very contentiously played match at the Toronto Cricket Skating and Curling Club in downtown Toronto. USA won. They're going to try and finish this matchup early today as Simon Kamal with a much more confident stroke through the leg side. And they run a very sharp 2, well judged. Attacking with the running, and it's a free hit signaled by the umpire Leslie Reefer. Nairobi Smith Mills overstepped. So Sai Mukamala is going to get a free hit here. He had a free hit yesterday. The very first ball he got to face was a free hit. Hit it for 4, hooked it behind square. And on this occasion, it's going to go up in the air. It could be 2. It's going to be a catch off the free hit or not. Lands in the offside around cover for 1, and a poor relay. And a very sharp second run taken by Václav Vagela. Taking a second run off an overthrow. It should have only been 1. But a poor relay in. Bermuda fielders doing their best to unsettle USA in the middle. Offering some sledges, not being able to clear the infield. It's the chat. Oh, he definitely cleared the infield there. Imperious pull shot through square leg, and it goes just beyond the rope for 4 on a very thick outfield, but enough muscle behind it from Sai Mukamala. Second boundary of the over for him. This over's already gone for 13, and there's still 1 illegal delivery remaining. He showed yesterday on that very first ball he faced. He's not afraid of the short ball. So Mukamala on 12 now off 6 balls, 1 illegal delivery left in the over. Defended with a forward stride. And after 2, it's 16 for none USA. Václav Vagela on 2. And Sai Mukamala on 12. Mukamala currently plays his cricket in New Jersey. Splits his time between Dominators in the Millennium Cricket League, which is a Saturday league, and Wanderers in the Garden State League. Plays there on Sundays. Also plays for Crickmax in the Junior Academy. Initially got to start with the Dream Cricket Academy in New Jersey with head coach Earl Daly. And there's a possible chance here. Top edge. It's going to go safely. Very fine. Behind the wicketkeeper. And fine leg has to run across to cut it off before it gets to the rope. Not in control of that shot whatsoever. Jabari Darrell continuing with a short ball plan to these USA openers. Almost brought about a wicket there as Václav Vagela was not in control of that shot at all. But the top edge was thick enough to clear the keeper and then some. And here he goes again. The third man is very square. I'm surprised he didn't move a bit finer after the previous top edge. Instead, he stayed very square on the rope and had no opportunity. Nairobi Smith Mills out there, not very alert field placing by Bermuda out there after the previous delivery. Could have brought him much finer if you're going with a short ball. And almost an identical top edge in terms of how deep it went behind the keeper, but couldn't be turned into a chance for Bermuda when they desperately need them, defending just a total of 71 here against USA. And another short ball, this time well down the leg side. Mukamala, not afraid of the short ball. Probably the best player of the short ball in this USA lineup. And you can see just what I was saying before. He loves that short ball in his wheelhouse. Gets onto the back foot and releases a sensational pull shot high over mid wicket. 3 boundaries already for Simon Kamala. As Arnold Medella continues waving his arms, signaling, waits for the return signal from the official scorer's tent. USA on a roll here early in the chase. 24 for no loss in the third over. And this one's edged and dropped. Shirai Painter straight to him at first slip. Came at a very comfortable height. Jabari Darrell with that short ball plan produces the edge outside off. Was bowling on the body earlier. This time gets it wide outside off. Gets Hassan Mukamala to chase it. And Shirai Painter is a big unit at first slip. Came to him at a very comfortable height, at chest height. Had to reach slightly to his right, but really straight to him. About a 5 or 6 out of 10 on degree of difficulty as far as slip chances go. For the speed it was coming, had to move slightly to his right, but it was essentially right to him. And he couldn't pouch it. So, Sai Mukamala with a life on 16. They took a single off that to go to 17. And Bermuda obviously can't afford to be missing chances. And they can't afford to be giving away extras either. Another wide. Jabari Darrell really created several opportunities beating the bat. Creating some missed time shots, 2 by Václav Vagela, a drop off Simon Kamala. Cramps Václav Vagela for room on this occasion, but ball goes to ground, and USA ends the third over 26 for no loss. Barry Darrell takes his sunglasses, goes back to third man. He's not exactly happy with the support he got in the field in that over. Wearing the floppy hat. Most of the other Bermuda players wearing traditional baseball style caps. Is a full toss, flicked through mid wicket, cut off by mid on in the ring. Mukamala to get off strike. And he's dragged it on Nairobi Smith Mills. The Carifta Games gold medalist gets the first wicket for Bermuda. Václav Vagela cramped for room. Tries to work that through the offside, and he drags it onto his stumps. He falls for 5. USA 27 for 1 in the fourth over. Nairobi Smith Mills, gold medalist in the Carifta Games, brings the golden touch with the ball. And it brings Majid Zubair to the crease. Majid, born in Austin, Texas. Got an older brother, Bazit, who used to play for the Central West region in the old USACA tournament system. A family of cricketers there. And he's off the mark immediately. Majid Zubair, he pronounces it. Majid. Born in Austin, grew up in Round Rock, which is about 20 miles north of Austin, Texas. He's just graduated Stony Point High School in Round Rock. And he's planning on going to Prairie View A&M. Slightly up his drive there by Mukamala, but it's safe. Well short of mid-off as he gets off strike. Majid Zubair says he's going to major in nursing. He's always had an interest in medical field. And he's decided he wants to pursue nursing for his professional career. That's if he doesn't forge a path as a cricketer. And that's a lovely drive. Slight misfield at cover, but still a gorgeous shot, and it's going to fetch a pair for Majid Zubair. Through the offside. Plays for Tiger Pros in the Austin area, but also regularly makes a 3-hour drive east to the Houston area. It's a much bigger cricket scene, and he plays for Smart Choice in Houston. And that's a lovely shot off the hips. Timed very well, but it's a thick outfield. It's not going to go all the way to the boundary. To Bray Robinson, cuts it off, relays back in for a pair to Majid Zubair to end the fourth over. USA 33 for 1. Saeed Mukamala on 19, Majid Zubair on 5 after 4 overs. Too wide out of reach. I'll have to redo that one. It's 4 wides in this USA innings, bowled by Bermuda. All 4 of them bowled by Jabari Darrell. Adding to the USA total, which now stands at 34 for 1. Beal behind as Mukamala went after that one. Beal more to throw off the umpire from trying to signal a wide. Didn't work. Arnold Medella stretches the arms out. 5th wide, bowled by Bermuda here in just the 5th over. Bermuda still making a decent amount of noise, trying to be as positive as they can, defending this low target of 71. And that's a fantastic cut shot. Another 2 runs here on this thick outfield. Bermuda bench shouting at Jabari Darrell, pitch the ball up. It's persistent with his short ball plan, but Saeed Mukamala hardly phased. He's going to keep attacking the ball if it's short. Showing that. With 3 boundaries so far, there was the drop chance at slip, and now there's only 1 slip remaining. Stifled appeal from behind the stumps. Jabari Darrell wasn't really interested. Beat the outside edge. Again, pitching it back at the length. Dalen Richardson was in at second slip with Shirai Painter. Now Shirai Painter, the lone slip fielder. Dalen Richardson, the captain, now at fairly orthodox extra cover inside the ring. Another wide. Three wides already this over. 6 in the innings. 7 extras total. There's also been a no ball by Nairobi Smith Mills. Bermuda not helping themselves here, defending this target of 71. And this time a much better length, pitching it up. Not much footwork there from Sai Mukamala. And that's the length that is going to fetch wickets more often than not. Soft hands by Mukamala. Clips the edge, but goes straight to ground, basically well short of Shirai Painter. 5 runs in the over, just 2 off the bat, 38 for 1 USA. After 5 overs, Majid Zubair, 5 off 3 deliveries. And that's a very good end to the over by Nairobi Smith Mills. Beats the outside edge. USA 43 for 1. Again, chasing a target of 72. Bermuda all out in 30 overs. Shashank Vital Devaram leading the USA bowling attack with 3 wickets. The leg spinner out of Santa Clara, California. And we're going to get our first bowling change of the day for Bermuda. Coming into the attack will be Isaiah Greaves. Greaves bowls left arm orthodox spin. According to Bermuda coaching staff, he's probably their biggest turner of the ball. See how much assistance he gets here. Coming on into bowl spin in the 7th over. They don't have a lot of spinners in this Bermuda team, but they're trying to attack early. Shirai Painter in its slip with Majid Zubair on strike. And that one was a bit short and far too much width. Too easy for Majid Zubair to get off strike. Majid, I said he's looking to go to Prairie View A&M, but again, he's one of these players who said he may possibly defer that for a year, depending on whether or not USA qualifies for the Under-19 World Cup. He's got cricket on his mind. As these two look to keep rotating the strike. 2 easy singles. Greaves, one of the older players in this team, 18 years old, from St. George, Bermuda, which is on the northeastern side of the Bermuda Strip geographically. It's near the airport. There is a lot of these other guys are on the west side of the island from Somerset, and that is a fantastic shot. Using his feet To come down the pitch, Majid Zubair. His first boundary with a fantastic drive wide of mid-off. And he very nearly drags that one on. Too short again from Greaves, and he gets away with it. Bottom edge goes past the keeper and slip. So Greaves responds after being attacked down the wicket. Goes too short. One ball left in the over. That brings up USA's 50, now 51 for one. And he very nearly induces a return chance there. Majid playing across the line, leading edge, out in front of it, playing against the turn. Doesn't carry, though. But after 7 overs, USA's half century is up. 51 for 1. Majid Zubair on 13. On 16, he is now 25 off of 21 deliveries. Nairobi Smith Mills to continue with his 4th over. I tell you what, if Bermuda had more runs to work with, you wonder how Nairobi Smith Mills would be bowling in a full 10-over spell. I don't know if we're going to see him bowl that long today because USA is now just 21 away from the target, but this is some quality bowling. You can see he's got some promise here. He was one of the youngest players here 2 years ago. Very wiry frame then, has filled out a little bit more, and he's challenging the outside edge here early. Goes for the Yorker that time. Can't pierce the defense of Sai Mukamala. And that's not a good ball from Nairobi Smith Mills. Full toss, punched back down the ground, and it's going to, again, stop short in this thick outfield grass, but it's going to be a very long 2 for Sai Mukamala. This is a really good line being bowled here by Nairobi Smith Mills. Mukamala will keep strike for the 9th over after 8. USA 54 for 1. Majid Zubair, 13 off 11 balls. Simon Kamala, he's on 28. And that's a sloppy effort in the covers. Bermuda coaching staff not happy at all. Ty Karaya, the fielder there, basically did a matador with his imaginary red cape. Let that ball go through. And it's another boundary for Sai Mukamala. Not the best ball by Isaiah Greaves, but still it shouldn't really have gone for fourth. Better effort been put in by Ty Karaya. USA now 58 for 1, just 14 away from the target. Easy single to long on. One of the two fielders outside the ring at the moment. And that's a very loose delivery, and it gets the treatment from Majid Zubair. Slaps that full toss well wide and high of the fielder at mid-off. USA now 63 for 1 in the ninth over. Just 9 needed to win. Majid Zubair moves to 17. His second boundary. He's not afraid to use his feet, as he's shown here early in his innings. There he uses his feet again to drive through mid-on. A lot of work by Sancho Jackson coming across to keep it to 1. Well done in the end. Already 10 runs in this over with 1 delivery remaining. And Sai Mukamal will be the one to face it. He's on 33. USA 64 for 1. Just 8 to win. Chasing a target of 72. Again, they bowled out Bermuda for 71 and 30 overs after sending Bermuda in at the toss. USA well on their way to going to 2-0 here in Canada. Canada, those of you not watching the other stream, Canada easily disposed of Argentina today, so they're now 2-0. USA on the verge of going to 2-0 as well, and it looks like they're on a collision course to take the lone spot out of the Americas region to advance to the Under-19 World Cup in South Africa next year. USA and Canada scheduled to face each other on the final day of the tournament on Sunday, barring rain. There is reserve day in place if it needs to be pushed back to Monday, but USA still has Argentina left before the Canada match. And Zubair lofts the drive well clear of mid-on. It's going to be an easy 2. They might turn it into 3, but it's tracked down. Relayed back. Ricochets off the stumps. And what another fantastic drive by Majid Zubair. He's in the zone. Third boundary, all of them over mid-off. Swats that one with disdain. On 24 now. USA 1 shot away from securing victory, 68 for 1. Target is 72. So one more drive off the bat. Pardon me, the score is 70. Slightly behind here. 2 off the first ball. So now 2 runs away. 1 shot will do it. 2, 4, 6. Any way you slice it, Majid Zubair can clinch victory for USA. And he gets Yorker length ball, clips it for 1, and it's a very poor misfield. And Majid Zubair pumps his fists. USA with another resounding victory, this time by 9 wickets. Majid Zubair with the winning runs, brought about by a misfield. He finishes 26 not out off 16 balls. Sai Mukamala makes the most of a second life on 16 to end 33 not out. USA, after beating Cayman Islands by 10 wickets yesterday, they disposed of Bermuda by 9 wickets today. Bermuda falls to their second defeat here at the Under-19 World Cup qualifier. And USA now will take on Argentina before facing off against Canada on the final day. Bermuda going to have to lick their wounds on the off day. Got a rough schedule facing Canada and USA straight off the bat. They're going to have Cayman Islands and Argentina to come, but very, very remote chance of them qualifying now. But USA 2-0, and they look like they're on that collision course with Canada for Sunday. That'll about wrap it up here from King City. I'm Peter Del Pena. Thanks again to Cricket Clubs, ICC Americas, ICC, for providing this YouTube stream of the action here at the Maple Leaf Cricket Club. And USA will be back in action Thursday. They take on Argentina, and then they'll have 2 off days before taking on Canada. I'll be back then to bring you the action. For now, I'm Peter Del Pena. Thanks again for joining us. Once again, the final margin of victory. USA defeats Bermuda by 9 wickets, needing just 9.3 overs to clinch the chase. Congratulations to USA. That's all for now. Take care.